don't really get on here and talk about my baby daddy like that, but I just seen a post that triggered me. It said, posting your nigga when you know you was talking to mine is crazy. And that led me to think about the demise between me and Titan Dad. Oh, and this is for Keisha. Her name not really Keisha, but when I find out, oh, I'm coming. I found out I was pregnant with my son Mother's Day of 2021. At the time, I was 19 years old. My natural 19-year-old mind, I was popping, I was making money, like I had the motherfucking racks at the time. I tell him in the follow-up statement after we both find out together is, I'm getting an abortion. He started doing all this hooting and hollering like, no, I keep it. But at the time, we wasn't together when I conceived my son. Like, you know how you break up with somebody, but y'all still like doing an on and off thing? We wasn't together, but we were still around each other. And clearly we was still, you know. I told him like, yeah, I'm about to get an abortion. He begged me not to get an abortion. I said the only way I won't get an abortion is if we about to work out what we got going on and be a family, because I'm not about to be nobody's baby mama. He like, okay, that's fine with me. So like, this is like around May. So May and June, it's going good. July, he start acting weird as fuck on my mama. July is also my birthday month. So it's like, you picking the wrong motherfucking time to act weird, motherfucker. Now, around this time, I'm threatening him, like, if you keep doing this, I'm getting an abortion. Because we had told both of our families, but I also still had enough time to get an abortion. I probably was like 4 months. But he knew that I wasn't going to do that because I was only going to do the one with the pill. I had ran out of time for the pill one. So basically the other option was to have the baby sucked out of me. I felt like that would be too traumatic for me. This is where I start adding up 2 and 2 on the weird shit he was doing. One day he was over my house and I had an Apple TV and his iCloud was on the Apple TV because he got it for me. So I go to the pictures on his Apple TV and I see him and a girl. Now the picture with him and a girl wasn't like incriminating, and I have a lot of male friends. So I wasn't like automatically on tip. I'm like, who is this? He like, this such and such, that's been my dog since high school, whatever. And he was in the car with her with a whole bunch of money. But they wasn't like hugging, kissing, none of that. It was just them in the car and she was in the passenger seat and he was in the driver's seat. And he had told me like her name. So I'm like, okay, that was the first red flag. Now the second red flag came, I went over his house one day and on the Hulu profile, it had his normal profile that I always see. And then it had a profile that said MK. So I'm like, who is MK? And he like, now mind you, a couple weeks before that, he had already told me like her name when I seen the picture on the little thing. But he said that stood for Mike, which was his homeboy. I'm like, what grown ass man with kids call they name Mike and they call themselves MK? That don't make no fucking sense. But I just let it rock. I tried to breathe and stay calm so that I could see and read as much shit as I possibly could. So I got about 2 minutes into reading. And like I said, he knew. He wasn't dumb. He knew. And I'm the type of person that wear everything on my face. I'm reading. He saying he love her. They talking about fucking all of that. I start having a fucking anxiety attack. So I get up. I'm like, because I'm pissed. I'm like, I really sat here and got pregnant. I'm like 5 months pregnant at this point. I don't think it's no going back. I mean, I could have, but I was about to do that. I'm like, he like, what's wrong? He knew what was wrong. He like, what's wrong? I'm like, you really fucking did this to me? He like, what? What was making me more mad is that he's playing dumb when he know exactly what the fuck is going on. Bitch, you know everything that's on your phone is on your laptop. You know I've been trying to get to the laptop. Stop playing with me, like, bro. So now I done hit him in the shit. I'm like, bro, this is why you never wanted to come over. This is why you been acting weird and you gave me some burnt ass roses. This is why. So now we going back and forth. We arguing. He like, you went through my stuff. You said that you were trading. You went through my stuff. I said, I don't give a fuck. So now his mama come out because it's a little apartment. Like, that apartment is probably 500 square feet. No cap. She come out her room. What's going on? Your son been cheating on me. All this, I'm pregnant. Da-da-da-da-da. Now, son, I told you this was going to happen. I told you had to choose. So you knew this whole fucking time? Okay, I'll get to you later. So now we still arguing. He trying to tell me like, I don't know if I said this already, but he basically trying to tell me like, they ain't do it. He just got the, or whatever. I'm like, I'm trying to like believe it because I guess that make it a little more bearable. But of course, I knew he was lying, but it's like he tried to spare my feelings with the lie. So since I couldn't control myself long enough to do the real digging, like maybe get her number or maybe get her Instagrams to go to, oh wait, you can't do Instagram on laptop. So Facebook to see anything, I kind of just flipped too early. So now I don't got no information. So I'm going off, I'm going crazy, I'm going crazy. Eventually, I storm out and I leave. When I leave, now I gotta figure out what the fuck is going on. Who is this person? Because you want to tell me y'all ain't been fucking around like that? You're lying. And I'm about to get the truth. So I go on his Facebook and I'm scrolling. Now remember in part one, I told y'all that he had a Hulu account on his Hulu that said MK? Booyah! Booyah! Fucking booyah. That was also her name in his phone with like a heart. I go scrolling on his Facebook, right? Scrolling on his Facebook. And you know how on Facebook somebody make a post and you don't, you like basically you press share and then you type something at the top. So she had just got a new apartment, I guess. So he was like, proud of you. He didn't say gang, but he was like, proud of you mamas or proud of you. Not nothing too incriminating, but it was still like, yeah, y'all fuck with each other. And her name on there had a M and had a K. I said, I fucking gotcha. Mind you, also, me and him wasn't Facebook friends. I think we had, like, stopped being... No, I don't think we was ever Facebook friends, actually. So, boom, I messaged her on Facebook, and I also messaged her on Instagram. I messaged her on Facebook and on Instagram because she wasn't moving fast enough on Facebook, and I'm like, who the fuck gets on Facebook? So, I'm like, let's go to Instagram. But she ended up messaging first back on Facebook. I still got the screenshot to this day. I basically had a little paragraph typed up. I was like, do you mess with Deontay? Because he's saying that y'all never did it. And I just want to know because me and him is doing it. And, like, we about to have a baby. And if he doing it, like, with two people, like, it ain't no beef with you or nothing like that. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on for me and my child's sake or whatever. So she said, you unsent the message before I could read it all. How do you even know I talked to him? I said, because I went through his phone with a computer when this morning. You was with him this morning. Yeah. Okay, boy. Then I was like, like I said, I don't want to ruin what y'all got going on. I just want to know if y'all doing it so I can go to the doctor. She said, yes, we do. And you pregnant? Okay, cool, thanks. I lost my shit when she said, I'm with him right now. I lost it. But obviously to her, like, I didn't tell her that. But, like, on the inside, I was losing it. You just got caught and you already with the... Okay. I stormed off. You ain't even come check on me. See if I was good. You straight went with the other bitch, okay? Now, y'all remember how I said in the beginning, I was like, what even triggered me to start this whole story time was the fact of I seen a post that said, you posting your nigga thinking you safe when you was fucking with mine. Okay, let's switch gears and get over to that side. One thing I hate is a bitch that try to get funny with me. So remember how I told y'all I had DM her on Instagram and on Facebook because I felt like Instagram would be easier because I'm not a Facebook user, but she apparently was a Facebook user because she responded on Facebook first. So I guess she had seen that after she said, you don't got to stalk my page. You can keep your baby daddy mamas. I said, girl, nobody's stalking you nor being rude to you, so you keep your little DM to yourself. This is why I got to come back with a vengeance because back then, you feel me, I wasn't real quick on my feet with the motherfucking comebacks. And this is why the bitch felt like she could continue to try me. Of course, she continued to mess with him. Even after she told about you keep your baby daddy, that was a piece of shit. That was some bullshit. She continued to fuck with him. And I was all the way in Atlanta at school. So he was in Detroit. I was in Atlanta at school. So I didn't really see him that much. Yeah, I still talked to him, but I didn't barely even see him. One day I'm watching her story and listen. If I'm going to watch her story, I'm going to watch that shit off my real page. Eventually, she ended up blocking me, but watching her story, I see somebody say, what baby girl say one more time? Hey, I'm not trying to ruin things. These bitches was mumbling and cackling and talking about me. These bitches were mumbling and cackling and talking about me. Okay. See, when I was, like, before this was my villain story because, like, before this, I was very naive. I thought everything was girl power. I thought that I always thought if this situation was to ever occur with me and the other girl was going to team up and make that nigga feel like a piece of shit. But I've been in this situation 3 times. That never happened. And I always look like the idiot in it as well. At that moment right there, I made a personal vow to myself. I don't give a fuck if my son is 10. Baby, if I happen to wake up one day and got that on my mind, and you feel me do some snooping around and I see, oh, such and such got a boyfriend now. You feel me? I'm gonna do something. Yeah, me and him, we obviously broke up. We was still like, when I did come back to Detroit, we was like around each other. But then once I had Thailand, it was pretty much all over. Like, once I found out that the dudes was still fucking with me after I had a baby, it was over. It was over. It was over. I resented him so much because you made me have a baby with you when you basically had another girlfriend, and he had multiple other girlfriends, but this was like the most prevalent one. She was at his mom's house all the time. He bought her a dog, like all type of little shit. Well, he claimed he didn't buy her the dog. He claimed that she bought herself a dog. She just gave him the money, and he went to go pick the dog up. Bullshit. But once I had Thailand, he wanted to be back together. It just didn't work, and then I got with my psychopathic ex after that. So yeah.